Hey guys, what's up? It's Frank here from Altcoin Buzz, coming to you from sunny Bali. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. And to kick things started this week, we're going to go over a quick basic TA of the top 5 biggest cryptocurrencies. Now, I'm not surprised by the recent price action this week, and I did mention this in a video 1 week ago, urgent Bitcoin taking over. At that point in time, Bitcoin dominance was 58.7%, and I assumed that based on my analysis that Bitcoin dominance would continue to go up, reaching the sort of 60 to 65 to even potentially 70% dominance region. Now, of course, we haven't gone up a lot, but we have actually gone up 0.3% from 58.7 to 59, and I suspect that this trend will continue. You can see this trend quite clearly in the past 7 days, whereby Bitcoin has actually beaten Ethereum in terms of its performance, and it's actually beaten most of the top altcoins, with only Binance and Bitcoin Cash being an exception. As you can see, Chainlink, Polkadot, Cardano, Litecoin, Bitcoin SV, all of these are in the red while Bitcoin is currently in the green, just 0.4%. But nonetheless, what this means is that Bitcoin dominance is increasing. It's taking a larger and larger share of the market. Of course, Bitcoin dominance on CoinGecko is at 58.3. This is a different calculation to the one that I take from here. This is from charts.cointrader.pro, by the way. You can get this chart for free by heading over there if you want to check it out. If you enjoy this content and want to see more of it, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notification button, as it really helps to support the channel. Before I get started, I just want to let you know that I am not a financial advisor and that trading and investing presents financial risks. In any case, let's now get down to the TA. So what I want to do is compare these top 5 cryptocurrencies for you. The ones that we're going to go over are Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, BCH, Binance Coin, BNB. So first of all, let's have a look at how each of these coins performed since March, since the big crash, all right? So Bitcoin reached a high of 230% from its bottom. Ethereum, of course, performed significantly better over this period of time, and instead of just 230%, Ethereum managed 476%, more than double the gains that Bitcoin achieved, which is really impressive. And again, I personally have long-term holds in Ethereum. I've currently sold most of them for Bitcoin because I do believe in the short to medium term, Bitcoin will be king. But in any case, long-term, I do believe Ethereum will come back. So again, Ethereum has had a 476% increase in price since the March lows. Bitcoin only had a 230% increase. Now, XRP has had a 230% increase. So basically exactly the same as Bitcoin, which is not that impressive considering that it is an altcoin. And in theory, it should have larger outsized gains to Bitcoin since it's more volatile, but it didn't. Now, Bitcoin Cash from its March lows saw a just 160% move up. So out of the top 5 coins that we're analyzing here, Bitcoin Cash very clearly has been performing the worst out of all of these coins. It has not even managed to outperform Bitcoin ever since March. BNB, on the other hand, definitely has outperformed Bitcoin. We went all the way from about $6.3 here to $33.5, with again a 425% move up. So what we're seeing here is that Ethereum is obviously leading the way in terms of beating Bitcoin since March. BNB comes second, then XRP, and then comes Bitcoin Cash, which has been performing the least well. Now, since we're comparing each of these, the next relevant pivot point is, of course, the major high that we had, which for all of these coins is between sort of 9 and 13 weeks ago. So for Bitcoin, that point was, of course, the $12,500 mark, and we are currently almost 9% away from that level. Ethereum, on the other hand, is a much larger 30% away from that level. So of course it's more volatile and it's gone up a lot more, but it's got a long way to go before it gets to its previous local high. XRP is 33%, 34% basically from its previous all-time high. So again, XRP is performing slightly worse than Ethereum. It's got even more of a ways to go before it gets to its previous high. Now, Bitcoin Cash is one of the exceptions with these graphs. It actually corrected significantly over the past several weeks. And as you can see, Bitcoin Cash therefore has 36% increase to go before it gets to its previous highs. In other words, it's a much larger amount. And unfortunately, this previous move for Bitcoin Cash holders from $338 down to $200 took out the whole previous bull move and actually saw a lower low on the weekly chart. So really probably the worst performing coin out of these top 5. BNB, of course, is the star performer, and we are actually way above the price that we were 10 to 13 weeks ago. We made a new high just a few weeks ago, so BNB is certainly leading the way in terms of price action. Now, the next point I'm going to bring up is one of the reasons why I think Bitcoin will outperform most altcoins in the weeks to come. And of course, I also mentioned a whole bunch of fundamental reasons as to why this would happen in this previous video, in this urgent Bitcoin taking over video. You can feel free to check that out. But that is the, of course, MACD. So the MACD for Bitcoin over here on the weekly chart, you can see that the MACD line, which is the blue line, spent 2 weeks below the signal line, which is the orange line. But now we are currently trying to reclaim that. And also you can see that the histogram has been ticking up for the past sort of 3-4 weeks. So Bitcoin is trying to recover, and this looks to me like it might be a fake out, and that Bitcoin may actually go on a move up here, and that this will be essentially a false alarm. Certainly, it's giving signs that this might be a false alarm based on the fact that the signal line is now basically at the exact same level as the MACD line, and the histogram is ticking up. Now, Ethereum, on the other hand, if we look at the MACD, does not look so promising. First of all, the MACD line is clearly below the signal line. It has been so for 1, 2, and this third week, instead of approaching the signal line in the way that Bitcoin is, it's actually going even lower. So definitely not a good sign for ETH/USDT. And of course, you can see the histogram is also ticking down quite steadily, quite consistently, with now possibly the third week in the red. XRP USDT on Binance here has a bearish crossover. We've spent just 1 week actually in the red over here, but you can also see that the histogram has been ticking down. So again, not looking good compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash, BCH USDT. Actually, this again is one of the sort of anomalies because we had a very good move up and then we just completely destroyed that move, which is what led us to having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks sort of with this bearish crossover. And now we are actually attempting to get bullish again. So we have had the histogram ticking up. And so this may lead to a small bullish move up. But of course, we do not yet have a bullish crossover on the MACD. BNB again is kind of doing its own thing. We've just been going up and up and up in terms of the MACD and the signal line, both of them clearly in an upwards trend, with a bullish crossover having happened many, many weeks ago. That being said, of course, we do have a slowing down of the momentum, as you can see from these lower highs on the histogram. Now, in terms of Bitcoin, this dotted red line represents previous weekly closes. Of course, it was a line that TA analysts were really looking at closely because of these previous important highs. And we actually did have 3 weeks which we closed above this line, but then this was a fake out, which again is not a good sign. And that's probably what led to this sort of explosive dump when the market realized, okay, we're not going to hold above this. This has been a fake out. And now, of course, we are here again at the $11,500 level. I don't think this is super relevant as a specific level, but certainly if we can get closes above this level, 3, 4 closes, that would be a good sign. So this might be a level which other analysts are still looking at. Now, this next point I'm going to bring up, comparing these top altcoins, also show how Bitcoin has been outperforming these altcoins. And that's in reference specifically to the past sort of 7 weeks. So for each of these altcoins, the local low was registered about 7 weeks ago. So about 7 weeks ago, Bitcoin reached this low of $9,800. And we are currently, in order to get back to that low, we would have to fall 14%. Compare that now to Ethereum. Ethereum would have to fall to reach its previous local support 18%. So it's actually got a bit of leeway on Bitcoin compared to that. It's actually got a bit of a further way down to go before we test major support levels. However, XRP, as you can see here, is actually pretty close to its previous support. Just a 9% dump will take XRP back to its previous support. So what does this mean? For me, it means that if Bitcoin were to fall by, let's say, 10%, you know, let's say it gets down to it doesn't even reach its previous lows, Bitcoin gets down to 10,350, well then XRP will almost certainly fall more than 10%, breaking its previous low, and again, just making it look much more bearish. Now, Bitcoin Cash would have to fall about, 18% to get to its previous lows. So again, it's slightly outperforming Bitcoin in that respect. And BNB, of course, is a wild horse. And compared to 7 weeks ago, you know, we would have to fall about 40%. So BNB certainly is on a very bullish trend. And when it comes to Binance, I hope some of you guys took advantage of this trade setup, which I made here. Bullish on Binance. This was on September 16th, last month. So I created a buy zone here between the sort of $26 and $25 level with a stop loss at 21.2. At that point in time, the price was $26.1. That was back here. So we actually did fall down. We did not break through that stop loss. And we, of course, have come up to make about, well, if you got to the previous high, you would have made 30% gain approximately. So be sure to follow our channel for more of these trade setup ideas. But yeah, guys, in summary, I do think Bitcoin will outperform most altcoins. Of course, you will always have those few wild horses like BNB, and maybe even Bitcoin Cash will outperform Bitcoin over the coming couple of weeks or so. But certainly, I think Bitcoin is the safest bet and also probably will give the biggest rewards compared to most altcoins. All right, guys, that's been it from me for today. Let me know what you thought of this. If you think it's true, if you're full of altcoins, just holding tons of bags of altcoins and think I'm full of crap, then all right, let me know down in the comments below. It's always fun to have a laugh. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next one.